Hello, let's get going. I'm running a tiny bit behind. Let me go post this over on the website. Website is jollyrogerukulele.com. And I need to hit GS. I'm going to log into the site first, obviously. It says my codes don't match. Probably about to get locked out on my own site here. Today we have some exciting stuff going on. One, we are working on, let's see, link to join. I'm going to hit this here. Control V. Shift, highlight, whoops, shift, highlight, link, enter, edit, link, edit, settings, open a new window, update, and update. Okay, so that'll get people coming in. We are starting off our summer program, and the summer program includes 20 minutes today on how to play ukulele and a few other just specific things, get people up off the road. And then at 20 after, we'll switch over to Drunken Sailor, and we'll learn about transposing keys. And then finally today, we're going to put a little effort into Yellow Submarine and Octopus's Garden. So we have a good day today headed in, and so let's first person in, if you'll let me know that the sound is good, I'd appreciate that. Usually it's fine, sometimes it's a mess. HTTPS jollyrogerukulele.com, and then let's go ahead and put this skeleton guy on there. Tough uke, skeleton guy, and tweet. All right, so we got a few people coming in today, and let me close that box out. And hello, everybody. So far, first 3 people in, I already know, so they know the drill. I got to my phone is people don't seem to understand. I teach during this moment in time, so we will mute the phone. And let's see. So our system today will be Frere Jacques, Drunken Sailor, and then finally Yellow Submarine. I want those of you who are new. We'll talk about this kind of the overall system that I use. One, you log in and you can join the chat room if you are logged into Gmail or logged into YouTube. And if you are not, you don't have to use the chat room, but I love it when you use the chat room just because I know, you get a chance to at least say, hey, I'm here, I'm on the planet, and I'm trying to learn ukulele and get to know you a little bit. When you log in, you tell me where you're from and what the temperature is like there. So it's not required, of course, but all of us got to know. We want to know who you are based on where you live and what the temperature is there. And so if you take a moment to do that, that's awesome. And then the other thing that helps when you log in, if you are logged in, to hit the thumbs up button. Apparently at some point I get a free puppy for doing these lessons, and the way they judge that is by how many thumbs up you get. And so if you don't mind, I'd appreciate you doing that. I don't really know what purpose that serves, but apparently I am told, according to my Google searches on the internet, that eventually you get, eventually I get to go on Good Morning America and talk about my line of makeup products. All right, so there is several pieces of paper we got to talk through today. And let me just say hi to everybody. Michelle in from Rockaway Beach, sunny up there. Vic in from Eugene, sound is good and sunny up there. Jan is in from Lakewood. Hi, Jan. Ukulele Learning in from Massachusetts, says I sound good. Diane is in, she's a local. Let's see. Pam in from Connecticut, beautiful weather out there today. Cindy, local here. We're having a pretty good day here. Not clouds are moving in a little bit. We had nothing but rain over the weekend. Let's see, just for baritone. Someday it'd be nice just to have a few minutes just for baritone. See, the nice part about baritone players is they can handle their own. They know how to get stuff done. So yeah, yeah, we will talk just baritone, right? Hello from Toasty, Florida, 88 degrees. David, welcome in. John, just gone midnight there in Belgium. I knew you. I am so delighted you made it. I'm sorry it's so late, David. I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll talk fast so you can go to bed quick. Jody is in. Do you just flow from? Yeah, we'll just flow from one class to the next. Yeah. So at some point you're like, that's enough. I'm out, and that's totally fine. Yes, Jody. Great question. Hottest day of the year in Vancouver, 82. Holy cow, it's hotter in here. Amy, and she's local. Good to see you, Amy. Elizabeth in from northern Colorado. Another weird weather day. Red is in. Oh, Red missed last week, so we got to give Red a thumbs down. I think this is thumbs down. She missed Summit last week. Hey, Michelle, in from Thornton. Good, beautiful 69. Good to see you, Michelle. So I'm glad you made it. 77 in Michigan. Ann from Montclair. Love the new time. Good, Ann. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Sandy in from northern Michigan. 73 degrees up there. Warren in from Sydney. So we have somebody in Belgium and somebody in Sydney. Isn't that exciting? Let's see. It's starting to turn winter there. He says, but it's sunny. Let's see. Henry wouldn't like a new puppy. I know, right? He doesn't get along with anybody except people. Rain, thunder, and lightning up in the hills today. Thanks for being here, Carol. Rita, good to see you in from Illinois. Ronnie in from New Mexico. Linda in from Colorado Springs, and Diane in from Pueblo. All right, guys, let's talk about the 4 o'clock time slot, which is how to play ukulele. And I want you to go grab, of all of the pieces of paper to download that are sitting on there, there's only 2 that really matter today. The first one is tuning. If you are on a ukulele, it's George Clooney Eats Apples, and how I do it is I use a clip-on tuner like this, and I put it on here. Now, I want you to add on your ukulele, I want you to take just a moment to make sure your tone is close to mine. It does not have to be exact today. This is the G sound. Make sure that sounds like that, and let's hear a C note. Should sound like that. E note. And then B note, A note. G, C, E, A. Got ahead of myself. So let's do it again. Here's your G. Here's your C. Here's your E. Here's your A. If you happen to have a low G ukulele, you'll be fine. Just play it with low G. If you happen to have a baritone, let's tune you up. Your first note is a D. Don't tune it to that yet. Hold on. I was messing around with this. There's your D. G is the next one. Tune it up to. There's your G. Let's hear. Your B should sound like that. And your A, B, E. I know how to do this, honestly. Here's your E note. So it spells dog bone, D, G, B, E. Okay, so those are your, depending on which instrument you're on, doesn't matter which instrument you're on, that you're going to be in tune. Now, so that's the first thing. That's the most critical thing. Of the other things you downloaded, number 1, I gave you some Colorado-specific information. Obviously, if you're not in Colorado, you can throw that one away. Next thing, doing ukulele right. We're going to talk about that for just a second. Third thing I had to give you is how to tune your ukulele. That takes a little bit of doing. I recommend very strongly that you get a Snark ST8. That get the top of the line. Just start at the top. The one with the green light or the one with the orange light that came with your ukulele. Use that till it breaks, and then throw it away, and then get yourself a good one. You will be glad you did. Now, I've never met anybody who bought a Snark who was like, I wish I wouldn't have paid $14 for this. Yeah, I also gave you a couple of sheets called, I think they're called Getting to Know Your Fretboard or the Fretboard or Ukulele Fretboard or something like that. You do not need to know that information. Okay, I give it to you. If you have had piano training in your past and you think you need to name all of the sounds, you do not need to know where the notes are on your fretboard. I promise. Okay, but I give it to you so you have it for your knowledge. I also gave you a chord chart if you're on ukulele. I'm still working on the baritone one. It's going to take me 2 weeks of dedicated time, and it just kind of demoralizes me. So I will get it done eventually, but not right now. I also give you a practice log, mostly for fun. You're not really going to use it, but you should. And then I give you a progress tracker where you can mark off each of the lessons you've been to. Now let's get serious about playing ukulele. There's 2 things you got to learn today. 2. Okay. First one is we're going to take your thumb. You're going to play the first string. You're going to pluck it. Okay. That's a 0. Now look on your Frere Jacques piece of paper. Okay, pull that up, sit that in front of you. Probably at the kitchen table, likely it's sitting down here. You do want to own a music stand eventually, but for now, just put it up there. If you got a 3-ring binder, that's going to be the thing you're going to need probably. And so on that piece of paper it says Frere Jacques. I got to pull mine up, so I basically have it memorized, but let me double check that I'm telling you the truth. It says Frere Jacques, Rocky Mountain Ukulele Orchestra, ukuleleorchestra.com. That's my orchestra site. Okay, then under that you see the dots and the hashtags and 4/4 and quarter note equals 80 and all this stuff. You're looking at the ukulele melody line. First note says 0. That is the bottom string. It looks like it's the top string on your ukulele, but what they're really doing is if you hold up your ukulele to the sheet music, that's what's going on there. That's why the top string on the tablature is your bottom string on your ukulele. Hit a 0. Okay. The next number on it says 2. So you take your middle finger, you place it in the 2nd fret, and then your frets are just go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. There's a dot on measure on fret 5, a dot on fret 7, and a dot on fret 10. Most of you also have a dot on fret 12. If you don't have dots in front, like I don't, they'll put the dots on the side here, and that's where mine are. Okay. So the first string is a 0. Then your middle finger, press real hard, okay, and play the 2. Okay. Then I want you to play a 4 with your pinky, and then you take it off for a 0. 0, 2, 4, 0. Pinky. Let's do it again. 0, and then a middle on 2, then a pinky on 4, and then a 0. Okay. Now, one thing, if you have been around a while, you're looking at your hand right now, here are the things that you notice about what I'm doing. My ukulele is up at a 45-degree angle, or 50, or 60, or close to it. I should be using my thing, right? And you're going to want one of these on your ukulele if you don't have one already. You want to have your thumb, this is the only rule in ukulele, your thumb goes here, middle finger, and it hangs out right behind wherever your middle finger is. Okay, so I don't see your thumb coming up over the top. I watched a show last night with a guitar player, and not a good guitar player, by the way, and busy with his thumb over the top the entire time for no reason. There's no reason to have your thumb here at all. So your thumb goes back here, the pad of your thumb, back of the neck, hangs out right behind wherever the middle finger is. I'll never see your thumb. Okay, let's play it again. 1, 2, ready, play. 0, middle, pinky, 0. Do it again. 0, 2, 4, 0. Now you've played that first ukulele melody line. I want you to slide down to the next line. It says uke, and then it says 4, 5, 7. So take your whole hand, slide it up to 4, 4, 5, and pinky on 7. So index on 4, middle on 5, and pinky on 7. Let's do that a few times. Index, middle, pinky, and again, 4, 5, 7. One more time. 4, 5, 7. Okay, so you have now officially gotten halfway through the song. Very exciting. Oh, Linda, you're over in Laguna still, huh? 75 degrees. And Mary is in. Hey, Mary. Chilly in Sydney this morning. Okay, it's going into wintertime there. Now, your next set of notes are faster, but we want to ignore that for right now. We're only learning the fingering. We don't care about making the notes at the proper timing. Okay, so put your ring finger on 7. By the way, if you get confused of which finger to use, just look up in the lyrics line. The top lyric line says open middle pinky, open middle pinky, open index middle pinky, index middle pinky. So now on measure number 5, that's the third line down under uke, it says play a 7 with your ring, play a 9 with your pinky, play a 7 with your ring, play a 5 with your middle, index with a 4, and open. Let's do it a few times. 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. One more time. 7, ring, pinky on 9, ring on 7, middle on 5, index on 4, and open. Okay, very exciting. And then last thing that happens on the bottom line, it says 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. But a very exciting thing happens in that on the first string, you're going to play a 0. And then on the string right above that, which looks lower on your paper, you're going to hit a 0. And then you're going to hit an open. Open, middle, open. I'm sorry, open, second, open. Okay. Now, your job tonight, if you're brand new today, your job tonight is to do nothing except play this. Okay. So let's play it so you know what your homework is from the top. 0, 2, 4, 0. 0, 2, 4, 0. Slide up. Index on 4. 5, 7. Again. Ring on 7, pinky on 9, ring on 7, middle on 5, index on 4, open. Again. And then first string, second string, first string. Again. And that's it. Now tomorrow, when you come in, we will play through that again, and then we're going to get introduced into chords. And you'll see on this piece of paper, you have the A chord, and you have several of those floating around on the paper. We're not going to worry about that tonight. Your only job. I don't even care if you play in proper timing. I care that you can play 0240, 0240, 457, 457, 79754, 79754, first string, second string, first string, second string, first string. That's it. That's your whole job. If you're new today, that's it. I'm going to play it on baritone real quick so you hear the difference. If you're new to ukulele, there are two types of ukulele. There's a regular ukulele and then a baritone ukulele. This one has a deeper voicing, and all of the music I put out, you will have one of each. Okay, sort of. And let's play it on baritone. Baritone players, you're with me. 1, 2, ready, play. 0, 2, 4, 0, 2, 4, 0, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. All quarter notes, guys. 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. First string, second string, first string, first string, second string, first string. That's it. That's your homework tonight. If you're new today, that's all I need you to do. Just go work on that until that comes out of your instrument. And I do think it's not unimportant that I teach this song to every single person that I ever teach anything to on the first day without exception. I always do this because what I'm teaching you right now will allow you to play melody on the ukulele, and that means you will also be able to play melody on banjo, on guitar, on mandolin, on balalaika, on all of the other fretted instruments you'll be able to play from tablature. So I'm teaching you all of those instruments all right now. We're just learning how it lays out on the paper, and then you'll get more and more comfortable with it as we go along. It also is going to allow you to decide whether you want to sing or not. Some of you are like, I'm I'm not singing. And others of you are like, yeah, I don't mind singing. And so this will allow you to have the choice. Okay, so if you're new, you're good for today. Those of you who are here for level 2, let's get out your Drunken Sailor. Okay, we only have one version of it on purpose. Okay, so let's go grab that. Storage, download, ukulele, D for Drunken Sailor, and I'm going to start with baritone because Cindy gets complex that we don't spend enough time on baritone, even though the more time I spend on it, the more time she realizes she's a better player than I am. All right, Drunken Sailor, let's talk about it for just a second. Where did I leave off? Oh, Diane from Pueblo. Good to see you, Diane. Was it rain is threatening 60th? Yeah. We look like we're getting threatened with rain too. Yeah, we had 2 days of rain, and people, like you'd think in Colorado, they're all like, "Oh my God, worst day ever, worst weekend in the world." Jacqueline, let's see, warm here in North Padre Island. Bought a townhome here for part time. Nice, Jacqueline. Okay, so I'm coming down to visit. All right, guys. You've got Drunken Sailor. The purpose of this song is to work on transposing. Let's play D minor and C. If you are looking at the sheet music, I put the ukulele D minor and C on there. Baritone players, you got to go down to your chord chart over on at the page 2 at the bottom. Find your D minor. It's this one, and then your C. We're playing it in D minor first, okay? From the top, remember, you got right hand choices. Be smart. 1, 2, 3, 4. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises early in the morning. Okay, there's D minor and C. Now you make a personal decision. How did that feel on your voice? For me, I was doing fine, clear up till we got up she rises about measure 14 and started getting a tiny bit too high for my voice. It's going to get much worse. I put it in D minor and C because that's the best one for my voice. And I have a terrible singing voice, so I need all the help I can get. Let's take another one, okay? And I will just swing up. Everybody grab their A minors and their Gs. Okay, ukulele players, you're on A minor, and then your G's here. A lot of work to get between the two. This is checking to see how you're doing with that. A minor for baritone and G, right? Here's a little easier. Here we go. From the top, changing the key means that your melody notes change, and that means it'll either be easier or harder to sing for you, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4. What shall we do with the drunken... Oh, let's change the verse. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. 1, 2, ready, play. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. In the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises early in the morning. Okay, that's A minor. Was that easier or harder to sing? By the way, you are singing, right? You're at your house, the door is closed, the laptop is in front of you. Those of you who hate singing, you are singing, right? Okay, we want you to do it even if you hate it. Okay, next set of ones are B minor. Okay, for ukulele, bar on here and ring finger on 4. Notice it's just your A minor, and you've slid it up 2. Okay, so that's your B minor. I shouldn't have strummed that because it gives you the wrong information. B minor, bar on 2, A minor shape in front, and then you're going to go to your A shape here. Okay, that's your B minor to A. Baritone players, we're going to go from this shape to this shape. Okay. Okay, it'll change my voice. Let's see how we do. You sing. 1, 2, ready, play. What? We got to pick one. Put him in bed with the captain's daughter. Okay, captain's daughter's the whip. It's not the captain's daughter. 1, 2, ready, go. Put him in bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in bed with the captain's daughter. Lie in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises early in the morning. Okay, now you're changing your right hand pattern each time. We've talked about that a lot. You're messing around, trying some arpeggios, trying some plucking, trying some strumming, trying some fast strums, trying some boom chucks. Remember boom chucks? Okay. Actually, that key fit my voice okay. B minor and A. So I'm gonna put that down as a possible other version of this. Chuck him in the boat. Chuck him in the longboat until he's sober. Let's do C minor and B flat. Okay. So ukulele players, C minor. I usually just do a partial bar, and then B flat, full bar, with your A shape in front. Okay, so here's your A shape, slide up, and there's that. Okay, that's your B flat. Baritone players, we're in this crazy shape, go into that crazy shape. Okay, this is not the friendliest of keys for baritone. 1 and 2 and 3 and what was I gonna do? Chuck him in the longboat until he's sober. Let's do that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chuck him in bed until he's sober. Chuck him in bed until he's sober. Chuck him in the longboat until he's sober. Lie in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, up she rises early in the morning. Okay, messed up the ending there. We did D minor and C already. E minor and D. Okay, ukulele, yours is E minor and then D. Okay, and baritones, this is an easy one for you. E minor and D, right? Probably index finger to do your E minor, right? Just make it easy on you. The other thing I'm thinking about, which I hadn't really given a ton of thought to, hopefully you're not looking at the chords as you're playing along. You're feeling it. You know this song. We've done it now 5 times, right? You can just hear you can feel, you're going to literally feel your body starting to tense up when it's time to change chords. So try to do it with your eyes closed. Just memorize which 2 chords you're going to play. This chord to this chord. And then don't look at your paper. Just let it go. Okay? You'll know when it's time to change because you know music, and the music will say, got a chord change coming. It's only 1 and 2 chords, right, in this whole song, so you're going to feel it. And that will be true of almost all music, all folk music. In folk music, we usually have 3, 4, occasionally a 5th chord, usually not super complicated, because most people who like to play folk music don't like to be bothered with paperwork, and so they have to feel these chord changes coming. That's why certain songs rise to the top of being, hey, this is a fun song to do on guitar, because you can feel the chord changes and they make sense, right? It's why you don't play other types of music in that manner because it's too complicated. You don't play jazz by ear. jazz players play by ear, but the rest of us don't. Classical music, you don't really tend to play by ear. It's just too complicated. But with folk music, heck yeah, man, that's part of the fun, is to try to get where we're not using the paper. Okay? What did I say we're doing? E minor to D. Let's see. I don't like that one. Let's do give him a dose of the salt and water. I think that means throw him overboard. Here we go. From the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give him a dose of the salt and water. Give him a dose of the salt and water. Give him a dose of the salt and water. Lie in the Ray, and up she rises early in the morning. Okay, so there's E minor and D. All right, next one. Very unusual chords. You won't see a ton of this key. I put it on here because it's doable, not because it's encouraged, right? F minor for ukulele is that one. We just did that C minor on baritone. And then ukulele players, you're going to go to your E flat. Very unlikely you're going to be playing very much in this. These two chords do pop up every now and again, but you're not going to play a ton in it. Baritone players, your F minor. Okay, that's your E minor. Move it up one, put a bar on. Okay, and then E flat, guys, just add your middle finger. Okay. All right. Let's see. Put him in the guard room. That's boring. Turn him on over and drive him windward. Turn him on over and drive him windward. Let's try that one. Okay, which one are we doing? F minor. 1, 2, ready, play. Turn him in. What is it? Turn him on over and drive him windward. Turn him on over and drive him windward. Oh, I was like, that doesn't sound right. F minor, baritones, F minor. And then you're going to go to this shape, but it's on the 3rd fret and back. So add your middle finger and then slide it forward. That's the trick. That way you don't miss anything and you can just slide up and down. By the way, some of you hate this sound. Okay? My guitar teacher hates that sound. Okay, that's how you know you're listening to live music, because in the audio and mastering department, they take those off of the music that you buy. It's another reason to stop being a music consumer and start being a music producer, is you get to hear this sound. Okay, that means you're making live music. It's very exciting and it's perfectly fine. Okay, let's turn him on over and drive him windward. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Turn him on over and drive him windward. Turn him on over and drive him windward. Turn him on over, drive him windward. Early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Okay, last one. Okay, and always on the last one. That's what we'll do with the Drunken Sailor. That's how we finish it up. By the way, you should rewrite this entire song. Put in your own words about whatever it is that's going on in your day this day. Let me see if I can give you a good example. We're going to use G minor, baritone, or ukulele. This is your G minor. That comes up a lot. You need to know that one, and it's paired with F. Okay, G minor, F, G minor, F, and baritones were G minor here, and then our F chord is here. Okay, but you could say, rained all weekend and we're going crazy. Bought a new car and I kinda like it. I'm gonna come to guitar class today. I'm telling you my story. So you can change the words to whatever's going on in your life and do the exact same melody, just change the words, and all of a sudden people will come and sit at your feet and want to be taught by them, by you. Okay? G minor, F. That's what we do with the Drunken Sailor. 1, 2, ready, play. That's what we do with the Drunken Sailor. That's what we do with the Drunken Sailor. That's what we do. The Drunken Sailor, early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, up she rises. Hooray, up she rises early in the morning. Right, and if you go to your ukulele strum along, how do you finish? Eddie Van Halen finish. Okay, let the thing ring until it's done ringing, or you never lift up your chord. left, take your right hand, turn off the sound that way. Okay, just slide it up over the bridge. All right, so we've done a couple things. One, we taught new players how to play from tablature. Very exciting. We've taught you guys how to take 2 chords. Make sure you know all your chords all the way down in your ukulele-friendly keys. These are your friendly minor keys. Everything starts with a minor, right? And then its best friend is hanging out over there on the other side. And we've learned how to play together. Most of you are on ukulele. A few of you are on baritone. I was on baritone. We're playing together. Isn't that exciting? It's an ensemble experience. You're also learning to transpose. And so I would take, if it were me, I got the little ukulele circle of fifths that I gave you early on in your career around here. If you don't have it, go Google ukulele. It's on the website, obviously, too. But go Google ukulele circle of fifths, and the one with the mammoth and the little red dots will pop up. And then go through and compare how these chords are all related to each other on there, and you'll find that A minor and G are right next to each other. And then B minor and A are right next to each other, and C minor and B flat are right next to each other, and they have the same relationship going down all the way. That's what that circle of fifths does, is it really helps you learn how to transpose, because sometimes on this song it works in almost every key, right? There's probably very few that you're like, my voice won't do that at all. But when you get to working with singers, maybe you're the singer and it doesn't quite fit your voice, you're going to need to transpose the song into another key. If you're the instrumentalist and you show up and the singer says, nope, not going to happen in that key, it's on you to figure out what the other chords are. And so that's something you want to start getting a little familiar with. Okay, and we'll be doing a lot of stuff on that this summer for book 2. So just know that you don't have to know it now, but there is a real reason to do it. All right, guys, that's book 2 today. Tomorrow we will continue. And for those of you in book 1, we'll be just doing some more strumming, and that little booklet you can download. And my challenge to those of you in book 1, try to download that book and print it correctly the first time. Okay, it is very clear what you're supposed to do if you read the name of the file that you download there. Print a 2-sided short edge binding. Okay, and if you do that and it works, otherwise it doesn't. And for those of you book 2, we're going to do He's a Jolly Good Fellow. So we're doing all of our celebrations this week because we're starting summer. It's very exciting. And then for the next couple of days, guys, those of you in book 3, those of you who are tough ukers, you know what you're up to. We are doing some Yellow Submarine and some Octopus's Garden. We will probably only get through Yellow Submarine right now. So let's pull that up. Yellow Submarine. And pull up. Let's work up the ukulele version of it. It's mostly we have ukulele people here. Baritone players, you guys know that you have exactly the same thing in a different key, and so the lesson that I'm giving to you is for both instruments. It's just that you will want I still think it's smart to learn on ukulele and then get a baritone as your second instrument rather than the other way. But it doesn't necessarily matter here at good old Jolly Roger Ukulele, because we have both. We have copies of everything for both. Almost not quite done with everything in the member section, but we're going to get there. So let's talk about what we're doing here. Hey, Evelyn. Cloudy and somewhat cool at the beach. She's at the beach, you guys. Brutal. All right, I called it, I don't know, I keep calling it, changing the name on it, Octopus's Submarine. Right, it's Yellow Submarine and Octopus's Garden is what's going on here. So let's talk about, I gave you guys the melodies last week, and then I finished up my arrangements over the weekend and posted it for you. I made a couple of changes in it, right, and that's going to happen. You probably would like to change some of your stuff too. So let's start by let's go ahead and memorize those first 4 measures, because that's about 90% of the song, right? So we're going to do 2 and a 3, and then a nice D chord here. If you want to play along at the same time, just use your chord shapes, right? The chord shapes are your D, your C, your G, your E minor and your A minor. So you can just strum along with this. But we're going to just walk it through. Might be better just to make sure you know what you're doing. So 2 and 3. Now what I find is the first chord is really a D chord, right? It's really a bar here and a pinky here. Okay, and so probably just putting your bar on to get started with. makes it a little safer, a little easier to do, right? And what I also think is important for you to know is that, I don't know why I think it's important for you to know this. This song is in the key of G, okay? First chord, D. Why? Last chord in the first section, D. Ah, that's wrong, right? The reason they get away with this is they're starting in the fifth, G, A, B, C, D. So they are starting the song in D, playing that for a little while, and then magically ending up in the key of G, which is what Beethoven did all the time. Is you'd be playing along, all of a sudden you're in a different key, and you're like, why am I using all the wrong keys? Same thing is going on here. They get away with it. They're in the key of D. It's sort of setting up everything, and then we slide over into beautiful G chord, or key of G for the rest of the song. So just know it's a little bit of an odd beginning. Hey Q, welcome in. All right, so grab your D chord bar, put your pinky on 5, and then take it off, put your ring on, you're ready to put your middle finger on 3. Here we go, 2, 3, bar, okay, and then just as we've talked about, you just need to put that D chord underneath the melody note. Here's your melody note, 0, put a C chord under it, hit the 2, G chord, okay, E minor fit perfectly underneath here. And I should put the 0, it should say 0, 4, 3, 2 on there probably, but you can hit the 0, it's fine, on the top string, and then hit the 2, okay, and then look, you had a 0 as your melody note and an A minor underneath it. That's just a full A minor. And then I put in a decorative note here. No, and that's not decorative, it's actually part of the melody. And then I've got a C chord, but it's underneath a B note, and so we end up technically we're playing a C major 7. This is why you don't want to name everything. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole. This is technically a C major 7, but it's not really. It's a C chord with a 2 as the melody note, and so you don't want to be thinking you're playing a C major 7 when you're really not. You're really playing a C chord, but the melody is in charge. So if you were singing this or you were playing this on a piano, you would still play a regular C chord. It's just that the melody note, whoever's singing, is going to sing a B. Okay, so 0, 0, 0, 2. And then you hit the D chord. Two decorative notes, 2, 2. Okay, back to the top, second time through. Third time through. Last time through. To measure 4 that time, right? So the repeat, the first and second repeat here says, hey, I play into measure 4 3 times, and then on the 4th time I jump to measure 5. Okay, now we know the song, right? We all live in a yellow submarine. Okay, that's it. That's the whole song. What you want to be thinking about is, do I want to play it like the Beatles, or do I want to play it like I want to play it? Okay, depending on who you are, you'll get different answers. If you are from the Beatles era, you want to play it like the Beatles. You will not be successful, but you'll get it closer. If you are from any other era, you're like, I don't know, it seems like just about any of these things would work. So if I'm going to take it as, we all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine, right? That's how the Beatles kind of did it. So I would be thinking about plucking this and getting a little bit of a march to it. On the other hand, if I'm Gary and he plays everything like it sounds like Hotel California, you have choices. You can pluck it, strum it. Either one of those would be okay, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pluck it because I think it sounds a little better. From measure 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. On to page 2, and back to your G chord. Okay, and then look what you got here in measure 14. Starts all over again, right? So, so let's go ahead and do that. We discussed last week about what's happening here, right? That's that kazoo section, the trombone section, the crazy da 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 da. And I just gave you stuff, right? And I would do. Right? That's probably what I would do, but you can get away with anything in here. You could do. I think that the little triplet at the end of 19 sounds cool. Right? Anything. Put in whatever you want to in there and go crazy. Let yourself be creative. It doesn't matter if it sounds terrible because they sound terrible on the thing there. You notice at the end of 21 it says, hey, go back, and you're going to go back up to 5 or up to measure 6. Let's play from there. Measure 6. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, and then now you're going to continue to go forward on this, right? You can tell just by the lyrics, you got a new line of lyrics. So let's do it again from 14. Pick up to 14. 1, 2, 3. I just did we read into measure 19? Again, always grab a yellow highlighter, pretend this is a yellow highlighter, and just drop a little yellow line right at the front of 19. That way when you see that yellow highlighter coming up, it means you have to think. That's what that's for. And I usually just, on my little gadget here, I don't have colors, so I just put a star on there. When I get to measure 19, I gotta go, oh, first repeat. Do I go into first repeat, or have I already done that and I gotta go to the second repeat? And in this case, I played into 19 because I didn't have it marked. Theoretically, you got to the end of 18 and we're smart, and we're like, nope, I'm not going in there. We already did that. I'm going to go down to measure 22. Let's go to measure 22. Okay. Green. And then pick up to 23. 1, 2, 3. Okay. At 24, you'll see the phrase DSL coda, and that means he waits patiently for a second and has a moment of drama, and then he says, Desegno al coda, and that says, hey, go to the segno and play to the coda, okay? And your segno happens to be, again, in measure 6, so we would go back, play from measure 6, blah, 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 and then when you hit the coda, which is at the end of 12, you would jump to the other coda, which is at the beginning of 25. Okay, now I try like heck to help you on repeats because I know they're a bummer. When it's at major 24, it says DSL coda. I wrote 2 number 6. Okay, so they're like, oh, okay, number 6. There's the setting. Sweet, play along. When you get to the end of 12, it says 2 number 25 on the 3rd time. And you're like, oh, cool, that's number 25. That's there we go. Okay, and then we're going to finish up Yellow Submarine. And then I gave you guys another G chord here to finish up the song, right? So then you're done. That's the end of Yellow Submarine. But because we added on Octopus's Garden on there afterwards, and it's also in the key of G, we'd be putting 3 G chords right in a row, kind of boring, whereas I got a chance here, if I put a G, A, B, C, D, I put a D7 in measure 26, when I was doing my arrangement, and I thought, now I can go Yellow Submarine, right? Big D7, and then I get to Octopus's Garden. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in a shade, right? So it gives you that moment of transition when you see the end of something and you're going into a new thing. A lot of times, if you'll take the 5th of whatever key you're in, it will end up being a nice transition moment. Okay, for some of you, you're like, oh, that makes sense. And so for some of you, it sounded like blah 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 blah, and that's fine. It doesn't matter. There comes a day when all of a sudden you're like, oh, I see why he's using the 5th there. And it will magically just happen in your soul one day. Whenever you're doing a transition, you create that tension and then resolve it. Okay, so we're out of time. And so tonight, your job, play through Yellow Submarine, get it really solid. And then compare your Octopus's Garden. Those of you who did your homework, do the check your arrangement versus my arrangement, see if you came up with better ideas or worser ideas. What I will tell you about Octopus's Garden, page 3 and to the end, is that what you sing would be, I'd like to be under the sea. That's what you sing, right? Which is cool. But it sounds so much cooler on ukulele if you slow it way down. So I tell you guys all the time, play slow. This one actually sounds like a completely different song if you play it slow and let all of those tones develop. It's really, really fun. So I taught exclusively on ukulele today. Tomorrow I will teach a little bit more on baritone, Cindy, and for those of you guys that have baritones. But we will cover Octopus's Garden tomorrow, and that way we've given both of them equal time, and then probably on tomorrow's Wednesday, so on Thursday then we would play through the whole thing and toss in a couple of others from last week on there, and you guys will let me know about which ones are being your favorite. Final thing, we're gonna have, I don't know, a year ago we did a week of dead white guys. Schubert, I don't remember who they were. Anyway, they were all dead white guys from the 19th century. We're going to do a week of alive white guys. Okay? So I want you to send me, not on chat because I'll forget, but toss me an email. Neil Diamond, John Denver, what's his face? Elton John, and Billy Joel. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of work with those guys. So if there's a particular song from any of those, they're living white guys, right? John's dead, isn't he? Well, let's pretend he's alive. John Denver, which we've already done some. Neil Diamond, which I've never done any. Elton John. We're doing Candle in the Wind for sure, but I don't know anything else. I don't think we've ever done anything else by him. And Billy Joel, which we're probably going to do Piano Man. So, but take a look at those four alive-ish white guys, and let's pick a few songs that you guys want to work on from them. Toss me an email about what it is. I'll look it up, and we'll do that. So now, next hour is we switch to Mammoth Gardens, and so you can follow the link on the front page if you want. Over there, I don't remember what we're going to be playing. I think we're going to be playing, let me go grab it and double check. You should come. You should bring your ukulele, and you should come play along. And what we're going to be playing over, we just play over there. There's very little instruction. We play today Ode to Joy, Little Beethoven, Daisy Bell, Edelweiss, that's a good one for ukulele, Leaving on a Jet Plane, and Minstrel Boy. The nice part about working over there is almost everything's in the key of C. It gives you a chance to play along and just continue to get comfortable with your instrument playing with other people making sounds that are different than yours. So that's it. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. The new system here, I think, is going to work. I just got to stay focused and really knock it out. And yeah, so please tell your friends, right? This is a great place to get going in ukulele, great place to keep going. We have a crazy amount of music on the site, and we're going to make you better. Remember, you're in your lane. If you're brand new, Frere Jacques, if you're like, I know Frere Jacques, right, then make sure you understand how the transposing is worked in Drunken Sailor. And then finally, those of you guys who have been around a while, let's see what you can do to turn Yellow Submarine and Octopus Garden into your version of that. That's what we're always trying to do, right? So there we go. That's what I know. Pam, thank you. You're so good to see you, Pam. Have a wonderful day. Cindy, I'll see you tonight. Tonight. What's tonight? Oh, tonight. You coming tonight? Nice. Remember, tonight's not ukulele. Tonight it's Tuesday, right? Ukulele was Monday, and we canceled for yesterday. Tonight is guitar. Beatles on guitar. Ugh. All right, it's pretty fun. Ronnie, good to see you. Have a blessed evening. Thank you. Diane, good to see you. All right, I'll catch you tomorrow, Diane. Take care. Nancy, thanks again, Gary. I like your arrangement better. Yeah, right. So the one thing is that as you do your arrangements, just know I got about a 15-year head start on you, right? So theoretically, at least for the moment, I should probably be a little better than you, but not necessarily, right? That's why you do your homework and then look at my homework and compare the two and see if you can find things you can either add to yours or things that you're like, my idea is so much better than Gary's. That's what we want to be. That's what we're working on. Vic, so good to see you. I miss you seeing you every single day these days. Bam, very exciting. Looking forward to the semi-alive white guy study, right? And don't worry, we're gonna have that. We'll probably. It's hard to find dead white girls that were composers. There are very few of them, but there's plenty of live white girls. So we'll and of course we'll do. They don't have to be white, right? It just happens those four guys are all white. But we'll be doing music, as you guys know. I want to do all of the music from all of the cultures in all of the ways and everything. And so sometimes I reach for low hanging fruit, right? And Neil Diamond's pretty easy to grab. Sweet Caroline and turn that into something. But we'll do lots of any of the cultures you guys are from or any of your background that you want, that you know. Gotta have a good melody. That's it. Other than that, I don't care. That's why we don't do a ton of hip hop, because it doesn't have melody in it. But all of the other forms of music, yeah, let's give it a try. All right, Michelle, I'll see you soon. Amy, thank you. If YouTube sends you a puppy, all right, you can take care of my puppy, Amy. That'll be the deal. Jan, good to see you. So glad you made it. Jacqueline, I am getting so jealous of you. All right, Cindy, not tonight. No jazz tonight. I know. Désolé. I'm désolé. Jazz is Monday night. Okay. Elizabeth, good to see you. Evelyn, thanks for being here, taking time at the beach. Who wrote Sweet Caroline? Neil Diamond? Did he not? I think. Pretty sure. And yeah, Neil Diamond. I think he wrote it. He also wrote Red Red Wine, you guys. So we're gonna do the Neil Diamond version of Red Red Wine, not UB40's version. All right, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye. Peace. Oh, I'm supposed to go peace. That's what I'm supposed to do.